Hi, I'm jiyeon, and this is my student ID, and I'm here as a property analyst at the Inside Property Group. So I'm going to present a comprehensive economic update today, so focusing on the recent decision to raise the cash rate and its potential impacts on various stakeholders. So first, I will explain the background of the decision to raise cash rate based on various economic indicators. So first, inflation. It currently stands at 6%, so I decided to raise cash rate to control inflation to decrease to 3%. And this inflation rate is affected by various elements. So for example, the unemployment rate remains under 4%, and accordingly wage growth also has increased and driving an increase in household consumption since the COVID-19. And these factors collectively form the basis for the decision to raise cash rate to prevent overheating. So now I'm gonna go through the impact of cash rate decision on stakeholders. So I'm gonna talk about the impact using these 5 dimensions for better understanding. These are all interconnected. Changes in one variable can have ripple effects throughout the system. So for people who are entering the housing market, a higher cash rate could mean that it's more expensive to borrow money for buying a home. This is because mortgage rates would go up. So as a result, people might decide to hold off on spending money. And however, it also encourages them to save more to get more interest income. Plus, they might find investments with lower risk more appealing because of uncertainty. And people who've just recently jumped into the housing market are not immediately affected in terms of their asset wealth. But higher interest rates could make them worried about how stable the economy is, and this could make potential home buyers more careful about diving into the market. And moving on, let's talk about the people who fully own their homes. Changes in interest rates and property values might not hit them as hard. However, when it comes to saving, investing, and feeling confident about the economy, we can still see similar patterns to the first group. But remember, these homeowners fully own their homes, so they could experience decrease of home value depends on housing market trends. So in this slide, let's look into people who have big mortgages of their homes, so they might need to deal with higher monthly mortgage payments, which could leave them with less money for saving and investing. So they might have to cut back on non-essential spending. Like earlier individual groups, they also faces like challenges related to their asset wealth, with fewer people looking to buy homes, so the housing market might slow down. So it's affecting their confidence as well. So lastly, there are those who own investment property with no mortgages. If they don't have a mortgage, they could see their property values go up. So this happens because more people might want to rent instead of buy because of higher borrowing costs. So this could lead to more rental income and better investment return. So on the next slide, we're going to look how businesses are affected. So let's start with business that own equipment and facilities. So when interest rates go up and borrowing costs increase, and getting loans for buying equipment becomes more expensive. So this might lead to putting off investments and making profits go down. So in terms of the asset wealth, if business can invest in new equipment or keep their existing stuff in good shape, the value of their assets might decrease over time. So this hesitation can also be influenced by consumers who are feeling less confident about the economy. And now let's talk about the business that are renting equipment. So this business might end up paying more for leasing because of higher interest rates. This could make them cut back on spending on non-essential expenditures such as leasing new equipment to do cost management. So then it could lead to faster depreciation of their equipment and facilities since they continue to use older assets. This can have an impact on their overall asset wealth. So these responses are generated by uncertainty which made from a sudden rise in interest rates. So this is the end of today's presentation, and this is my reference list. So thank you.